contact with somebody from one of the big four. Ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a three-piece, just like you know, it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a one percenter, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, you know, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. You know, the sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where the whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned.
One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge. So this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Harley giving away 5 Harley Davidsons and Mike Tyson's memorabilia. But we got a lot of other things to talk about today. We're going to be over in New Hampshire. We're going to go over to New Zealand and a couple other places around the U.S. But there's some wild stories going on, and you know, opening day, you would call it, kind of. I believe it was this past weekend, right? There's a lot of motorcycle crashes, a lot of accidents. So if you're riding, just be aware of your surroundings. People they do not respect motorcycles. Just be careful. Took the Triumph for a rip. It was dope. I love the bike. But before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We are on Spotify now as well, so join the membership on Spotify. I'm going to put exclusive content, even better than Patreon. We're scrapping the Patreon. We're going over to Spotify. Go check it out. Join the membership. We have a membership here too. You can see exclusive content before it goes anywhere else. I'm uploading some new videos today, and you guys will get the full breakdowns of everything. I'm going to put some behind the scenes exclusive footage of different things that I've been up to. Different footage of me editing the documentary and some behind the scenes things. So thank you all for joining me. Hit that like button. Jason, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Keegan, greetings from Toronto. Ken, how are you? Good afternoon. Wade James, good afternoon, Wade. Kurt is in the building. Big Staxx and crew, support your local choice. Paula, thank you for joining me. Yo Mama's house is in the house. So loud, shout out to the Boondocks in North Carolina. Virginia Chaos is in the building. We got Insane Wheels. Mike Ball is in the house. Thank you for joining me today, Mike. Appreciate you. I always enjoy your show, man. It's like clockwork. I'm always there. Sometimes I can't always comment a lot like I want to, but I'm always there listening, and I always tap in with you guys. So no one will talk shit to Harley's face. I mean, so I got a couple questions for you guys, right? Why do you think so many people hate on Harley and what he's doing? I have a couple theories on that. And just because he's confident, right? Because everybody's got to be like that. You got to be like, I'm better than everybody. Like, whatever. Fuck everybody, right? A lot of people are like that. But people take him the wrong way, I think. Like, I don't know. Cameron, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for raiding. I appreciate the raid from Mike Ball. Make sure you guys go check out Mike Ball. Subscribe. Hey, Big Rob, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. East Coast, less lethal is in the house. I'm finally getting over this cold. That cold kicked my ass, man, because they're jealous, Kirk says. I mean, listen, the internet is undefeated. Staxx, my first time here with Insane Wheels. I already like this. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate it. Well, we got some funny shit. You guys seen the video in the beginning, right? Oh man, I should play the rest of it. If you want to see the rest of the video from the beginning, let me know and I'll play it. It's hilarious. Good afternoon, Staxx from Ontario, 1964 Flyers. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. My personal opinion is I think people are upset that he's not going the traditional route that people are normally do in the outlaw motorcycle club world, right? It's definitely not the way to go on the internet. I mean, but times are changing. Can the internet and motorcycle culture coexist? People fear new. How's my name, Fred? What's up, man? People fear new. Yeah, I think they do. But it's different. It's a lot. You're right. It's a lot different for people that are used to not wanting the spotlight, right? The traditional outlaw type of person doesn't want the spotlight. They don't care about what people think. I mean, clearly, he doesn't care what people think. And everybody should have that type of confidence. But I think people feel like they're threatened by it or something. Hey, Biker News Canada's in the house. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. So loud. The spotlight is just asking for problems. I think you mean spotlight, right? MC is about code of silence. Internet is not silent. Definitely not. But I think they're trying to change, the way they do things. They don't want to do it like a traditional 1% motorcycle club. They're doing it way outside the norm, right? Normally, they don't go on the internet. A lot of the clubs have rules that they're not to do interviews. The Hells Angels had a rule for a long time, no talking to the media. But a lot of people are on the internet posting pictures and this and that. Do you guys think once the designer type, it turned into like a look, right? Like people wanted that certain look. And then people started wearing like Gucci cuts and things. Do you think that's where it kind of switched? Do you think Sons of Anarchy had something to do with the way things are changing? Because everybody gets to see a glimpse of that light, right? Came in late last night. Yeah, I don't know who that is, and I don't care, Kurt. Yes, going outside the norms. Now everyone is going to prison every week. Internet is okay to a certain extent. Listen, the police, they say it. They say they want people to post on the internet because it helps them do their job. And I hear a lot of people talking shit about interviews that I do. I don't get people to talk about crime. I don't want people to talk about crime at all. That's not what my show's about. I don't need to know about any type of shit like that. I get people's life stories about how they got involved with motorcycles, not criminal activity. So these people that are like talking this shit are just idiots. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, right? It's fucking loaded with them. I mean, it's just crazy. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hey, Big Rob, what's good, man? It doesn't look good from the outside looking in. I mean, the police say it looks good. I interviewed a former undercover, and he said they welcome people on the internet. But Harley's came forward and said that they are not involved with criminal activity. And he said, do people get involved with shit and do things happen in every club? Yes, because they do. We all know that. Things do happen in every single club out there. It's unavoidable. I mean, things are going to happen, right? Police are going to infiltrate shit. People are going to get arrested. They're going to get involved with shit they shouldn't. But it's not the club as a whole. That's why I try to explain to people that these clubs are not criminal organizations. I don't care how many people get arrested. It doesn't matter. People don't get involved with these clubs to be involved with crime. And the guy that I interviewed swears that that's the case. They all get involved to be involved with criminal activity, but it's not the case. I don't believe that's the case. He swears that is the case. And we'll agree to disagree, because I don't believe that. I don't think people join these clubs to... Again, the money doesn't flow up. It doesn't go to the president. You know what I mean? And paying dues and all that is a totally different thing than people committing crimes and then sending the money up to the top. Totally different. So today we're going to go over to New Hampshire. There's a situation. We talked about this when it first happened. There was a stabbing at a bar, right? Yeah, I don't even know who that is, Kurt. So, let's see. There was a stabbing in a bar up in New Hampshire. Let me show you guys the bar. And this was motorcycle club related. Not gang related. Motorcycle club related. Who knows what it was over. But this is the bar right here. This is out of New Hampshire. The backwoods of New Hampshire. So it was a bar, you know. And this is the guy who ended up getting arrested. The stabber, they call him. And he was involved with the Northern Misfits. It's allegedly, I'm not 100%, but they say it's a support club for the outlaws. Suspect stabber, the motorcycle gang member, post bail. Lancaster, a local man suspected of being a motorcycle gang member and perpetrator at a stabbing in Whitefield, as well as an earlier assault at St. Johnsbury, posted bail Friday following an evidentiary bail hearing more than an hour after Coos Superior Court judge said a video of the Whitefield incident shows that something happened. But what occurred isn't exactly clear, and that will be up for trial jury to decide guilt or innocence. So this dude's going to trial. That's a pretty heavy penalty if you lose, right? So after more than 3 months in a detention center following his arrest in early January, Derek Bentley, 37, of Lisbon, has been released on $2,000 cash bond with conditions. The attorney argued that continued prevention detention without bail on an argument Bentley's first-degree assault charge is a serious one, and based on his criminal history, the incident in St. Johnsbury, and his gang affiliation, Bentley represents a danger to the community. Authorities have said Bentley is associated with the Northern Misfits Motorcycle Club, which is an affiliate of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. which Whitefield police prosecutor Wendy Roberts, during a Lancaster district bail hearing days after Bentley's arrest, said is one of the 4 most dangerous clubs in the country. Members of both clubs were present during the December 5th incident at Sonny's and Gillen's Pizza Pub in Whitefield, where the brawl broke out. Around the time, Bentley is alleged to have stabbed Philip Caron, 35 years old, of McCormick. Bentley's attorney said there's no evidence that Bentley stabbed Caron or is a confirmed member of any motorcycle gang. There's no evidence he's a danger and that Bentley has a constitutional right to bail as his case is pending. In March, Superior Court, Bentley was indicted by a grand jury on a Class A felony count of first-degree assault with a deadly weapon and a Class B felony count of falsifying physical evidence. He is accused of using a knife and pointing object to stab Carton in the lower abdomen, causing bleeding, required hospitalization, then removing the weapon from the scene. So that's a whole separate charge. Him taking the knife from the scene is a separate charge. On the night of December 5th, that's the day I got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So on the night of December 5th, the Northern Misfits were holding a Christmas tree charity giveaway. Imagine that. They're having a charity giveaway at this bar, right? And then this incident happens. And these guys were all present at the place when this transpired, right? On patrol that night in Whitefield, police, who were called to Jillian's twice for 2 separate incidents, they testified the events at Friday's court hearing. The first call was shortly after 10 p.m. Came from an anonymous caller reporting a disturbance involving a group of 1%ers. Another motorcycle club at a bar causing an issue with a patron. Restaurant security told police that it was misinformation. The incident was resolved shortly before midnight. They said they got a call back to the pub after a 911 call about a stabbing. He responded with New Hampshire State Police as backup and described a chaotic scene outside the bar. He rendered aid to Karen, who was bleeding. The pub video, he said, shows Bentley lunging at the man in a stabbing motion by the restrooms afterwards, where an exchange between the two. Karen stumbled into Bentley on the way to the restroom and started the whole confrontation. So him just stumbling into him probably sparked this, right? Allegedly, the exterior video shows Bentley making his way across King's Square towards Dunkin' Donuts when running towards his truck in the driveway. The police officer said McCormick entered 5 video clips into evidence and showed Bentley wearing an Outlaws t-shirt. Tense voices from the bar patrons could be heard, one yelling, "Oh my God, he got stabbed." The video shows Bentley exiting the bar through the kitchen door. Because of the affiliation with the Outlaws, police assembled a joint task force to prepare for the arrest of Bentley, who was taken into custody without incident at the New England Wire Technologies in Lisbon. And it was his place of work. Damn, can you imagine? He's sitting there working, right? This dude's working. And then all of a sudden, a big SWAT team and everybody pour into his job just to take him into custody. So this is the place where it happened. He's at his place of work, and a joint task force comes to his job. Rather than his home, where officers had safety and risk concerns of executing a search warrant at his home and apprehending him there. because Bentley alleged motorcycle gang involvement in the assessment of danger. Authorities carried out his arrest with the SWAT team assisted the Whitefield and Lisbon and Littleton police. Littleton's a pretty dope town. I believe this is around the same area as Littleton. I spent quite a while up there when I was younger. A search warrant was executed on his truck and uncovered no evidence or a weapon, the police officer said. Hardin argued that no weapon was found, and one witnessed Bentley with a knife in the pub. Bentley could have been holding a cell phone based on the video. Bottles on the table behind Caron were knocked down and broken by tensions among bar patrons, mounted, and others were in close contact with Caron. Bentley departed the pub after the bartender told everyone to leave, and the outlaw's sweatshirt worn by Bentley could have been given to him by a club member without being in a club, they argued. As the gang affiliation, the information centered around information about Bentley being a motorcycle gang member. In arguing the prevention of detention, McCormick said the video shows only one person, Bentley, lunging at Carlton in the stabbing motion. It was a stealth, I would argue, he said. It was rather quick, discreet, and stealth-like, which, frankly, the state perspective, which makes it more troubling and dangerous after stabbing. The video also shows Eric Mooney, the president of the Northern Misfits, looking down at the object in Bentley's hand and appearing to be surprised, said McCormick, who added that Moody was not very forthcoming when police questioned him afterwards. In addition, Bentley is an alleged perpetrator of an assault of a patron at a dispensary bar at St. Johnsbury in October that involved a dispute over a girlfriend. The incident, similar to the Whitefield's, involved a bar and another violent interaction in the area. They added that Bentley's gang affiliation heightened the danger to the community. McCormick cited the criminal history, which includes traffic violations, burglary in Massachusetts. They argued that the burglary charge, which Bentley served time for, occurred in 2009, and his records show nothing since then. Bentley Hardin argued he works full-time and has long-term relationship, take care of two teen children with his family, and he's not a flight risk. He said he wanted to see the video and said, while it's clear that alcohol involved in tempers were flaring at the pub, exactly what happened remains for a jury to decide. If granted, Hardin requested for bail, the conditions would prohibit Bentley from contacting the victim or entering any commercial establishments where alcohol is being served, prohibited from possessing weapons, and requires a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. McCormick requested conditions that Bentley have no contact with anyone from the Outlaws. Hardin said he's fine with that condition, but asked how the court would know if he would be enforced. How would you know? How would it be enforced? He asked. Police have determined that law enforcement has required expert testimony if there is a violation, adding that the conditions, no contact with any members of any recognized motorcycle gang under any circumstances. Bentley's mother, who attended Friday's hearing, will post the money for his bail. The lawyer said the next court proceeding in the case will be a disposal conference. Something happens and there's a jury going to fill in the blanks as if they happened relative to the determination of guilt or innocence. It's not this court's job. It's not this court's job to do the stage of the proceedings. I understand the state's concerned. It's a valid concern, but I think under all circumstances and conditions imposed by the court, I do recognize Mr. Bentley's right to proceed. So I'll bring you guys more information as it becomes available on this situation. I remember when this first happened, and he didn't get arrested right away. It took a long time for him to even be arrested. Who else we got in the building? Damn, we got a lot of people in here. Scrap Iron, what's going on, man? I want to give a big shout out to Mountain Woman. She's recovering well, I hear, and she's doing great. So shout out to her, sending prayers to her. I hope she's doing better. 3 Extra Surprise, how you doing, man? Keegan, Bill, great on the microphone, great radio voice. Thank you. A lot of people say that I got a face for radio. Bill cracks me up reading these back. Dude slows down for dramatic effect. Pro's a good storyteller. Thank you, Big Rob. Hey, I try to keep it interesting for you guys, man. The media blows stuff up way too much. 100%. How's my name, Fred? Definitely they do, right? They're like, he's so dangerous. He's a danger to the public. They probably do that in court, too, for dramatic effect. He's such a danger. He rides his motorcycle without a care in the world for anybody else. I know. I'm going to do the narration for this documentary. I was like, damn. I was going to hire a narrator, but I'm like, fuck it. I might as well do it myself, right? I mean, I could make it pretty good. So there are a ton of motorcycle accidents that have transpired. This one happened in Southington, Connecticut, and this guy was hurt. I mean, this is like one of the best riding days was, I think, Friday, right? A lot of people getting into accidents. It's crazy the amount of accidents out there. It's like over and over and over. That's all you hear about. I could sit here all day long and read off all these accidents that have happened. It's insane. But we got to talk about motorcycle club meeting in Tennessee turns into a deadly gunfight. This is a wild situation. I believe this is the victim. So a motorcycle club meeting turns into a crazy gunfight. Henning, Tennessee. A motorcycle club meeting in a small Tennessee town of Henning turned into gunfire over the weekend, killing a man and injuring another man. The sheriff's office said the motorcycle club One Wheel Motion took to Facebook on Sunday, identifying the man killed as the beloved DJ known as Motor Cat. A family member confirmed to the news channel that he was killed the night before. According to the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office, the shooting happened at a motorcycle club meeting point in Farland Avenue. There, an argument between two men, 54 and 31, escalated into gunfire, the sheriff's office said. And they said there was more than one weapon involved. Deputies also recovered additional firearms from a vehicle belonging to one of the men, including one stolen from another county. The injured person taken to Regional 1 for treatment, officials said in a statement. Lauderdale counties, they said violence would not be tolerated, adding that those individuals will be held accountable. This is his statement that he made. Let me be clear. This type of violence must stop. When tempers take over and firearms are introduced, the outcome is undeniable. Lives are lost. Families are left to deal with the consequences. And there's no way to undo that decision. If you chose to engage in this behavior, you're gambling with your life and the life of others. We hold those responsible and will be held fully accountable. He was just always like a big brother, just shows me the ropes, gives me game. Frank Nitti of Henning said stuff that we would do. He couldn't do it. If he was booked already, he'd send me on my way and vice versa. So this guy was a DJ, and he's talking about how this guy used to hook him up with DJ gigs and stuff. And he said if he couldn't do the DJ gig, he would send him off to do it. So together, he said he's known him for about 20 years now, but they have not released the names of the people involved in the shooting. There has not been an arrest yet in this case, but I believe the other guy was shot in the incident because a couple of people were brought to the hospital. So usually we do the mugshot. Cave Creek is going on, right? It just is it still going on? I get a lot of messages from over there. I got a bunch of phone calls from over there, and I got some videos. I can't share them with you, but there was an accident in Cave Creek. Matter of fact, a pickup truck slammed into like fucking 8 bikes. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you. If you're in the NC area, don't forget the Wheels Tough Times opened at beginning of the month. Parkway's open, drags and many other good rides. What's that, Jason? Wheels Through Time. What is that? I got to go down there, man, to North Carolina and South Carolina. I mean, I've drove through those states, but I've never like really stopped and checked them out. I think I went to a strip club in one of those states, and I walked in there, and there was a small person, like a small person. I don't want to say the word, right? But there was a small person, and they were serving breakfast at a strip club. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy. I was a DJ too, man. Biker News Canada. I was a DJ for a high-end strip club, and I did a lot of UFC events about 3 years ago. Out in Minneapolis. I worked at the Seville Club, and I worked at the 1029 bar. I did karaoke at the 1029 bar. I was a DJ at the Seville Club on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I did LFA and UFC events, and I did weddings and shit too. I did bars, parties, started a strip joint, thinking of online music streaming, tie it into a channel. It's hard because they give you copyright complaints on every single song you play. If you find the right platform to do it, you could probably do it. Yeah, I was only a DJ for 6 months, man. You know, they try to play me with some money. I was making really good money, but we'll love Maggie Valley. I'll definitely check it out. I will be in Pennsylvania, Virginia, around Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia in the next month. I got some major things going on down there. I'll be all over the country this summer. I'll be in New York City soon. We'll see how that transpires, right? New York City is a whole new fucking animal now. So there's a bunch of motorcycle stacks who would love it down here in the boondocks, North Carolina. I'm definitely going to check it out. It seems like it would be a nice place to ride, too. So, 2 were transported to the hospital. Emergency crews responded to a nighttime motorcycle crash in Edwardsville. This happened April 11th, lengthy road closure responded to Illinois 157 near Essex and Lewis. Motorcycle sustained serious injuries. A late night crash in Illinois' Route 157 in Edwardsville left a motorcyclist seriously injured Saturday, prompting emergency crews that initially included a helicopter and led authorities to close the roadway for hours. The crash occurred around 10 p.m. Saturday, April 11th, 2026 on Illinois 157. Authorities said the motorcyclist was seriously injured. Authorities said a helicopter was initially called to the scene, but they confirmed that 2 people were taken by ground transportation to Anderson Health Center in Maryville, Illinois. Law enforcement said Illinois 157 was closed till about 11 p.m. Saturday. Residents were urged by law enforcement to avoid the area late Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Accident reconstruction teams were called to the scene. I mean, this is like over and over. There's so many damn so many crashes. It's insane the amount. Motorcycle, let's see here. So believe it or not, the whole thing with Harley giving away this Mike Tyson and the 5 Harley Davidsons. If you guys didn't know, I believe the Mike Tyson stuff is worth more than the Harley Davidsons. Did you guys know that shit? The Mike Tyson paraphernalia is worth more than the Harley Davidsons he gave away. So he gave away 5 Harley Davidsons. That's insane. I tried to give away 1 and people didn't want to buy tickets. I'm like, whatever. So this dude's giving away so many damn bikes. It's insane. I think he probably gave away like at least 10, right? So far, or something like that. Has to be up to 10 by now. Cagers aren't looking out for bikers anymore. It's bad, man. It really is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really do deal with the music shit. Biker News Canada. Yeah, definitely will, Ken. I'll let you know. We're in VA, close to DC. I might go to Charlottesville. It's closer to DC though. Right underneath DC. But I might go pop over to Charlottesville and see some people. When is the Cali visit, bro? Shit, I get offers to go to Cali all the time. I don't like flying though, man. I'm really leery about flying. But I will be out there eventually. I do got to go to Florida, and Cali would be nice, but flying, I don't know, man. I mean, I could drive out there. I would like to go to Tennessee too. I hear good stuff about Tennessee. Cali's definitely on the list though, and Tennessee. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're riding a bike, man. People, they just don't care anymore, right? Check on your twin outlaw brothers. Yeah. All the big builders have rode them hills. Billy Lane moved to Tennessee. I don't drink, man. I'll have a coffee, though. I quit drinking around 7 years ago. Hey, Mr. EG, how you doing? I'm doing great. Did a filthy one tonight. I got nothing. So, Kansas City, there was a motorcycle crash. Kansas City Interstate reopens following motorcycle crash. Kansas City, Missouri, a motorcycle crash closed Kansas City Interstate for a few hours Saturday night. Kansas City police responded to 87th Street, Interstate 435 around 10:15 p.m. Officers determined a biker was traveling at a high rate of speed and lost control of his Suzuki motorcycle. The motorcycle crashed, and the rider was thrown off it. Police said the biker suffered critical injuries and is hospitalized. The interstate is closed for about 3 hours and has since reopened, according to police. I mean, there's so many, especially because the nice weather's coming. A lot of people are going to be out there riding. You got to be fucking careful. So we're going to be talking tomorrow, matter of fact. We are going to talk more about this situation. This is out of New Zealand. Crazy biker brawl between the Five Greasy Dogs motorcycle club and the Mongols popped off. The Five Greasy Dogs and the Mongols. So there's a bunch of people going to trial over this situation. Five Greasy Dogs MC members on trial in Tararanga, over alleged attack on Mongols. Let me see if I can show you guys these guys' picture. I got a picture of these guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. I used to go to New York City a lot, right? Probably like twice a week at one point. But ever since things have changed and they got a new mayor and like just the condition of New York, it's a real big turnoff to not go there. I mean, look at what he's talking about doing. He's going to tax just white people. It's crazy. I've never heard no shit like that in my life. So these are the five guys that are going to trial, right? When the group of Mongols motorcycle club members were seen wearing patches and gang clothing at Mount Magari rivals, Greasy Dogs MC members were not happy. Around 9:30 a.m., June 21st, 2023, when traffic got to a halt as carloads of gang members clashed. CCTV footage shows two white ukes leaving the McDonald's in a convoy, going around the roundabout and meeting with another ute driving the wrong way up the road, forcing the two white utes to stop. The men were seen getting out of the vehicles before a fight broke out. Punches were thrown in the video taken on a cell phone at the time. Voices could be heard yelling, "Fuck the Mongols." And now five men who are all patched Greasy Dogs MC members are defending charges, judging a lone trial. and then they say all their names. They're all charged with assault, rioting. Wow, they got similar charges to here, right? Assault with intent to injure or wounding an innocent to cause grievous bodily harm. Another man is also charged with aggravated robbery for allegedly robbing the complainant. Some of the charges are specific actions by particular defendants, but the men are also charged as parties to some of the charges, whatever the hell that means. Section 66 of the Crimes Act 1961 defines who is considered a party to the guilt of an offense as two subjections, whatever the fuck that means. The first, subjection 1, covers who committed, aided, or abetted, or incited of an offense. Subjection 2 focuses on common unlawful purpose. The Crown prosecutor said that this case, the common unlawful purpose that underpinned all charges, that was the defendants when inflict violence on any members of the Mongols Motorcycle Club wearing gang regalia on the Greasy Dogs gang territory. The judge, a lone trial before Judge Melina Mason, began on Monday morning, setting out each charge on whether each defendant was charged as principal offender or a party. The Crown spent much time of the first day playing the CCTV footage because video will just bury you in cases like this. I mean, they got video evidence. A lot of these situations that happen in the U.S., I mean, they got video of the whole shit. People don't even need to press charges anymore. The state picks it up and they don't care, right? But with the different defendants circled on the footage each time that it's played, the detective, Caroline Crawford, said the officer in charge of the case narrated the footage and described the defendant's clothing, what police alleged their actions, as it corresponded to various time codes on the footage. She describes where each defendant was standing at different points relative to the violence they may not have been directly involved in. Sometimes the footage was zoomed in on the fighting, which took place in the middle of the road and the grass median. But when pulled out, the traffic could be seen backing up in both directions. At one point, the man in a black hoodie, who Crawford described as an unidentified male, smashes the windscreen and the headlights of one of the white utes. That's kind of like a small car, right? That they have over there in New Zealand. It's called a ute. Is that what it is? But when he smashed the window and the headlights, glass was spraying all over the road. At another point, she's described the knuckle dusters allegedly worn by Palmer. So there is different interpretations of the CCTV footage. While the Crown points out the violence and injuries as happening in continuous actions, all the defendants essentially working together. The defense lawyers are focused on the individual actions of each defendant, challenging the police interpretation to the CCTV footage. Defense lawyers who represent Kiwi, Palmer, and Fisher cross-examined Crawford, asking about Fisher's alleged actions. He suggested Fisher wasn't always the aggressor and that his actions hadn't caused the wound to the complainant, Devin Gibbs, that he was seen backing away from the altercations. Crawford said she couldn't say whether the injuries had been caused by which actions, but they addressed the judge to clarify the Crown's position. She said the Crown alleges that Fisher was part of the actual course of events that may have caused the wound to Gibbs, and therefore the charge as a party under Section 1 of the Section 66. Another Greasy Dogs member, Stacy Adams, had already pleaded guilty and has been sentenced as a principal offender in causing the wounding. I mean, if somebody already got convicted, how can they convict someone else, right? Related to him slamming the Utes door on Gibbs. Nubney also cross-examined Crawford about the section of his client Palmer and said, while it's alleged have been wearing knuckle dusters, there's no evidence that the man he was alleged to have assaulted with them sustained any injury. Crawford said the CCTV footage showed Palmer struck the complainant while wearing them, but she accepted the knuckle duster might not have connected, and it could have just been his arm that made contact. The lawyer said they cross-examined Crawford about his client's actions, suggesting a different interpretation. He suggested that it was only focused on the Mongols member who had a machete. Holy shit. They said that preventing the Mongol members with the machete from moving forward, he suggested could be interpreted as stopping the future of the furtherance of violence by confronting those with weapons. That's not how I interpreted it, she replied. She said her interpretation was based on the fact that the Greasy Dogs were the initial aggressors and had waited until they had enough members to confront the Mongols. They confronted the Mongol members with weapons, putting his own safety at risk to prevent them from using weapons against others. His personal safety was at risk the moment he turned up at a gang fight, Crawford replied. The King's lawyer, Georgina Warwick, said King pleaded guilty to a single assault charge where he threw a Mongols member to the ground. But beyond that, his client was just walking around. She said the CCTV footage has no sound, and there was no evidence that King had been shouting or saying anything to encourage other violence. Get here now, the Greasy Dogs president. Most of the charges are unpinned by Section 66, particularly relevant to charges faced by Kiwi and the Greasy Dogs president. He faces all charges except for a robbery of the car. But he was not at the scene on June 21st. He is not featured in the CCTV footage, but video of the confrontation was found in his phone. And it's being used at trial. So he was not at the scene of the fucking fight, but he still got charged because the video is in his phone. The case against Kiwi is preliminary underpinned by texting allegedly sent around 9:12 a.m. to 96 Greasy's contact. Brothers and boys are headed to Mount McDonald's. Mongols are there, 10 of them. Get there now. The Crown says that when he sent the message, Kiwi was encouraging the violence and unlawful actions unfolding that morning. They questioned Crawford about the communication. There was no further messaging from him saying, take weapons, beat them up, smash up the cars. Nothing like that, was there? Crawford confirms that there was no further messages at this stage. It's understood that Crown will call a gang expert to give evidence about gang communications and how they interpreted it. So I'll let you guys know more information as it becomes available with this situation. I mean, it's just crazy. It seems like a stretch. I know, don't it? Why anti-club merchandise? Open up an anti-club merchandise store. You think people would buy that shit? I highly doubt it. I think Utes are like El Camaros. Let's look it up. All right. A ute is short for utility vehicle, popular in Australia and New Zealand term. The vehicle with a passenger car cabin with an open tray or cargo bed in the back. You're right, man. It's like an El Camino, or whatever. Originally based on a sedan chassis, modern utes now range from compact to large four-wheel trucks, basically. Commonly used for work and personal transportation. So it's kind of like a pickup truck, right? Who would wear anti-motorcycle club paraphernalia? Who would wear that? You got me. I don't know. But let me finish that video that I played this morning. Check this out. This is oh man. I can't. Oh man. Chief, what's going on, man? Floyd, how are you? Gotta get the facts. Gotta go with Staxx. Thank you, Floyd. I appreciate you. So let's get to the topic at hand. That's one hell of a shitty gift, ain't it? So Harley gave away Mike Tyson memorabilia, and I believe it was don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure, but I know he gave away a belt, right? Like a boxing belt, shorts. I think there's a video of it. Let's check out the video.
Hey everyone, I just want everybody to know the 5 Harleys and Mike Tyson's actual belt.
So he's got gloves, right? There's the robe thing, the belt, the shorts. Those are real deal. Like there's pictures of him wearing this shit.
And shorts authenticated with all the proper seals. As well as 3 arcades are going to be given away tonight or tomorrow morning, but either way, we're going to be doing it. We are closing into the end of it. You might want to tune in, okay? Let your friends know. Get on our lives. We're on live until 2 o'clock.
So he did give them away. He gave away the 5 bikes and the Mike Tyson memorabilia. Let's look it up real quick. Hold on. I don't know exactly how much those ones are worth, but it says a replica is worth $2,500, depending on the authentication. But this is the real deal. Fight worn paraphernalia is worth $60,000 plus at auction. But you see those bikes, right? I mean, those are nice fucking bikes. He's been giving away Harleys like crazy. And you guys know it's the beginning of the riding season. There's a lot of people out there. So they were out there in force too. So let's check out this video.
So Pat O'Quinn's here. He just brought his U-Haul. He doesn't know I'm coming around the corner right now. I don't even know which bike he's taking. Hey, what bike did you pick?
You know which one he picked.
Oh, taking the Night Rod.
That's a nice bike right there. The one with the red stripes.
Oh, taking the
Night Rod.
Hey, Pat.
Yes, sir.
Did you win that with your gift cards from your clothing?
Tattoos, actually. But
Tattoos.
It happens. See?
Wow. It freaking happens. He's won 2 bikes now.
everybody knows what happened here with the windows, and I had to shut down the bar.
This is a separate situation. This is a separate motorcycle giveaway, I believe, right here.
Boxing gym. This gentleman, Pat, bought a membership for the boxing gym for $500.
So that's the first bike he won, I believe. And then the video you guys just seen is the second time he won a bike. Crazy.
Well, guess what? He takes that boxing gym membership because everybody's caught up to date, and he slaps it on the game where I'm giving all my stuff away. What does he win? This beautiful bike. So that goes to all my haters again that said that I was ripping off people for the boxing gym memberships.
It's fucking 100.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Yeah, fuck off.
Hey, everyone. I just want everybody to know the 5 Harleys and Mike Tyson's actual belt and shorts authenticated with all the proper seals, as well as 3
Well, that's the Tyson Holyfield. Let's see. Dual sign belt is worth $2,200. Signed shorts says they're not worth that much. The signed shorts. I don't know exactly which ones they are though.
arcades are going to be given away tonight or tomorrow morning, but either way, we're going to be doing it. We are closing into the end of it. You might want to tune in. Okay, let your friends know. Get on our lives. We're on live until 2 o'clock.
Can people in the U.S. win these bikes too? Cause shit, I'm about to start playing that shit, man. Right? Might as well. But go check him out. He does raffles all the time, gives away Harley Davidsons. So shit, you could win a Harley Davidson. You never know. But thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate you. We got a lot of great content dropping. I've been pumping out a lot of videos. I got a lot of new interviews that are going to be dropping. So join the membership. Go check out Spotify. Spotify is where it's at. Let me see. I'll get a link for you guys. Let's see here. Spotify. Bam. It's $3 a month. Definitely worth it. I'm going to put some really dope content there. So make sure you check out Spotify. Here, I put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. How many of you guys think that moon landing was real? Or the moon fly around? I really would like to know how many of you think that was real and that we really did that. I'm going to be dropping some new content on members only right after this show, so stay tuned for that. All right, the Spotify link is in the description of this video. Go check it out. Definitely isn't fake as hell, 100%. You see there's a new video of them taking the capsule and tossing it out of a plane, right? So it never went around the moon. I mean, it's so crazy that they think we're that stupid, right? Let's check that video out.
3,
green light.
Oh, wait, is that space? Oh, look, it's coming from space.
Green light.
That's supposed to be falling out of space, not a plane. Why is this? What's going on here?
Load clear.
And then a lot of people said a lot of different things, right? Like when the capsule splashed down in the water, there was no steam. That thing gets crazy hot, right? Flames shooting off it and all this. No steam when it splashes down in the water. It's all charred and shit on the outside, and people are all touching it. Just makes no sense.
Stage 1-0, mission, you are cleared for a WinPack pass.
I ain't buying none of it, Ken. I think it's all
1-0 copies, WinPack pass.
That's good enough. That's bank. Airspeed building.
There's 22. All right, coming up.
100% not real. I don't believe none of it. We never went to the moon. We can't go to orbit like that up in space. We just can't. You can't go to a vacuum and think everyone's going to be good. People can't, their bodies can't handle going the speed of a bullet. You just can't. Your body can't handle it. So, I mean, do a little research and you'll figure out that a rocket can't hold enough fuel to even go into space. It's insane that the shit they got people believing. But anyway, if you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. And tonight, don't miss Jackie Taylor, part 5, the last part of the interview. And if you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle. I appreciate every single dollar. It goes right back into the show so I can bring you guys the dopest content possible. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at billstax2021@gmail.com. I appreciate all you guys. Make sure you check out Patreon or Spotify. A lot of great content is going to be on Spotify. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.